Lasagna. Don't know the rest of the words. I am a little bit early today. So happy Friday, everybody. I just thought it would probably be smart if I get at least like 15 minutes worth of practicing before we do our race, because yet again, I have gone an entire week without playing the game. It is my own fault. I know. I'm never going to win with this mentality, but we'll still try and keep scraping away with some top fives and possibly some podiums. But week 3, Thunder Valley time. I've actually had decent results of Thunder Valley in the past. I think last year, I think it was, I had the red plate at Thunder Valley. Or was it the year before? It was the year before. It was 2 years ago. That was the year that I won, because I remember I was running that Triumph model swap on, I think it was on the KTM at the time. Just a quick roll call for everybody. Can you just let me know if the microphone and then also the game audio, put the game audio on, make sure the game audio is just all being picked up and you can hear it all okay. I've just been doing some editing stuff today, and it means I had to mess around with my audio channels and things of that nature, so hopefully it's all good and back to where it should be. I've even forgotten what my hotkey is. There it is. So I forgot what my hotkey was for all of my overlays. I don't run that anymore. I don't need that. I got that. And I think that should be good to go. We're all good? Nice. Thank you very much, everybody, for confirming. Appreciate you. So if there's people that are in here right now that didn't see my community message earlier, I don't know how community messages show up usually. I don't know if they just appear in your normal feed or what. But I basically said, sorry for being away for a fair few weeks now. Long story short, just burnt myself out a hell of a lot on the last donator-thon, and then the last couple of days I've basically just been looking after mine and Linda's new cat 24/7, just to make sure that he gets settled in as well as he can do, and he gets comfy in his new home. But I started working on a little project late last night, and it's all I've been doing today. I started at 8:30 AM, and I just stopped working on it about 15 minutes ago, and I'm only a quarter of the way through. It's a hell of a lot of editing, a lot of time and effort going into this one. Probably the most effort I've put into a video ever on my channel, as kind of like a sorry for being away. It's a documentary style video to do with MX bikes still, and I'm hoping to get it out by like Tuesday or Wednesday, as long as if I keep putting in the same kind of shift in that I've put in today. I don't see any reason why that's not doable at all. But hopefully people will enjoy it. The only annoying thing is, because of my PC space, can't really go around recording anything else in the interim, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to run out of space at the rate that I'm going through it all. But I'll cross my fingers and my toes, and we'll see how it goes. Cats are mid, yeah. I say happy wife, happy life. It was Linda's wanted one for all of the 6 years that I've known her, because she grew up in a household with 3 cats at all times, and since she moved out she hasn't had one of her own, so she's got one now. Hello Reaper, hope you're doing well. Oh, Reaper's on the wrong account. He's on the old Reaper Duck FPS channel. Reaper, you're inflating my numbers. You're subbed on 2 channels, but you can only watch on 1 at a time. What are you doing? You're killing me in the algorithm. There you go. You switched over so quickly. Hello, hope you're good. And hello to the people watching on Twitch as well. I apologise for the Twitch viewers that you did not have the stream last week. I had some OBS issues, trying to get the stream all set up, but we're all good. We're all back to normal now. So whatever your preferred method of watching the streams are, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Twitch, you can now do so. So W's all around. How'd you feel about Lucas? I was very, very happy with Lucas. Very impressed, Young lad, only 19 years old. Takes a trip over halfway through his own championship that he's leading. Rocks around, goes 2-2 on the day. Kept Jet pretty damn honest in both races, I would say, to be in all honesty. Both races, he looked pretty damn good speed-wise. So it makes me very excited for 2027. Very excited for 2027, because seeing him more comfortable, more time on that bike with the team, see how it goes, good stuff. That's alright, Reaper, thank you very much. Good to see you in here as always, though. Hope you're keeping well. Yeah, very excited to watch both of the Coonans next year. Don't know how much faith I've got in Sasha, which might sound weird to say considering he won one of the races. I don't know if he would have still won if Levi didn't go down in turn 1 in Moto 2, but there's a lot of ifs, buts and maybes in motocross these days. So it actually doesn't matter who crashed or if they didn't crash or whatever, the race was the race and he did win. So yeah, there's that. But so he got all of his crashing out of the way in Moto number 1. So I'd be curious to see how he does over a full-length season next year. And then I don't see any reason why Lucas can't win a Moto or 2 next year, and like even straight up against Jet. I really do think he's got that ability. If you see me scratching my head a lot today, I promise I don't have like head lice or anything like that. I actually touched grass for 2 days in a row over the weekend, and it was very, very, very hot here in the UK. So what you can't actually see on the camera right now, because I have only just moisturised my forehead, I was so burnt. It's unreal. I mean, you guys know how like pasty white I am. I was so red, and it's now at the point where it's like starting to flake and peel off. So that's why it's a little bit on the itchy side. Will Sasha stay 250? I would assume so. I don't see any reason why he'd move up already. Unfortunately, just with the way he's built, I think he's going to struggle whenever he does move up to 450 life. Because like, he's so small. And I don't know if it's true or not. I swear I've read somewhere that it's some kind of like birth defect, which is why he's so much smaller than his twin. Very excited to watch the motocross tomorrow, but then actually even more excited for the next week's race going to Southwick, because both of the Coonan brothers are back again for that, and they are both absolute animals in the sand. I know that the Lawrence brothers do a bit of sand practice. I've watched one of their vlogs before where they're practicing in deep sand somewhere, but I really do feel like as long as Lucas doesn't just throw it away on lap 1, do think that Lucas can win the overall there. Exactly, that's why I don't go outside, Azzy, because then the sun just bullies me and beats me up afterwards. Hello, Christus, thank you very much. I myself, I'm not like a huge cat person. Like, I'd say 50% of the time I look at him and go, oh, like, he's cute. And then the other 50% of the time, he's just an absolute dickhead. So I'm hoping that as he settles in more, he'll be a little bit, like, more chill. But it almost feels like the more he's settling in, the more mischievous he's getting. I don't know if I can find a picture that I took last night, because I was up at like 2 AM editing this documentary last night, and he hopped up on my lap and fell asleep. I'm trying to find the picture. So it's like in moments like that, he's quite cute. Let's find this, make this bigger. Look, so I was just sitting here editing away, and he's like hopped on my lap and fallen asleep on my lap. So there, it's quite cute. But then you have other situations like today where I made myself a bagel. I gave him a treat while I was downstairs, and then he used his litter box. So I came downstairs to clear out the litter box. Next thing I know, I go back upstairs, and my bagel is then on the floor, and the little shit is licking up the cream cheese off of the floor. So he's up to no good. It's like, brother, I've just fed you, I've just given you a treat as well, and you're still stealing my food. So I was half a bagel down today. So he got in trouble. Absolute little shit. So sometimes he's nice, sometimes he's annoying. So I've said to Linda that it's her turn to look after him this weekend. I'm just going to shut the door. Well, that's why I've got the door shut now. If I had the door open, he 100% would come in and try jumping up on the desk. And I can't be having him jumping up on the desk whilst I'm mid-moto locked in, trying to get a decent position. But he's an indoor cat for now. The reason I say that is because he was living on the streets before the charity that we adopted him from found him. And the last 6 months he's been living with a foster carer. And she said that all the time she's had her back door open, because she has other cats in the house as well, he showed no interest in going outside. So at least for the time being, we'll have a bit of a legs off crash. At least for the time being, he's an indoors cat, and then probably in maybe like 3 months or so, once we 100% know that he knows where his home is and he would actually return if we let him out, we'll go about seeing if he wants to go outside at all, but just playing it safe with him at the moment. I'm kind of wobbling my way around the track right now, which is why I'm glad I went live a little bit earlier than usual to try and get some muscle memory back. Whenever you try and put a setup into your files, only your track pop up, not your bikes. I have never heard of that one, Johnny. That's a new one for me. I'm sorry. That sounds like just MX Bikes things, where there's 200 different things that could go wrong at any different point. I'm always looking for an overall win. And just on the rare occasion that I don't get fisted in both moto starts, I then seem to have this really good habit, at least so far this year, of throwing away any lead that I have myself, even when I don't feel like I'm pushing too hard. So we'll see how it goes. I'll let you on a little bit of a... Actually, do you reckon it'll mess up my frames too much if I load up my DaVinci Resolve right now? I'll let you in on... For those... How many people we got here right now? Got 158 people. So for all of you here, thank you very much. You get some inside information on what the documentary style video is. I'm going back through my 2022 Supercross season and going through like heat races, actual races, like play by play of everything that happened, because to this day it is the most dominant series that there has ever been in MX Bikes. So I won 12 races that year out of the 17 Supercross rounds that we had. Nobody since has matched it or beaten it. Cam has come very, very close in this 2026 season. Cam got 11 wins. So he was very, very close to matching it. But that 12 wins is the most wins out of any season. More wins than Hurls had in the season, more wins than Skills had in the season. Tyler had 8 wins, then 9 wins in 2024 and 2025. So that's the whole gist of the documentary, is the most dominant season in MX Bikes history. So we'll see. But there's a lot of editing and a lot of stuff that's gone into this. But one thing that's quite nice watching this back is just seeing what the racing was like. It was a lot cleaner. It's a lot more realistic in terms of the rhythms that you're hitting and the speed that you're going at as well. And if I go, what round was it? It was round 4. And if I take you to just this quick screenshot right here, I don't know how well you can see this. So we've got first and second on KTMs in the bowl corner right now. And then we've got third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh, all on different bikes. We've got a TM, a Gas, a Honda, a KTM, and a Husky all going at it, battling for a podium position. And I just... if you needed any indication that the game was better back in the day, then that's it right there. Like, the actual racing side of things was so much more fun than it is these days. You actually rock up on whatever bike you wanted to and still be somewhat comp. But as you can imagine, trying to basically go through all 17 races and kind of do like a play-by-play of what happens and when does take quite a long time. And no idea what the end result's going to be. So like some of the main events I can condense down to like a quick 2 minutes if it was a easy like flag-to-flag victory, and then others might be, 6 minutes long or so if there's a lot of back and forth action going on through them. You got like Triple Crown events in there as well, so there'll be longer races to all break down. But it has been nice going back and just watching the older footage, just to remind myself really of how the game played. It's actually disgusting how fast and capable the OEM bikes are now in comparison to what we used to have. I wish there was a world where we could still have easy access to old OEM bikes, so people, like new people to the game, could experience what it used to be like. And I completely forgot that back in Beta 16, you know how when you use Max HUD, the timer updates like every sector, so 3 times a lap, the timer at the on your Max HUD standings will update. Yeah, that only used to happen once a lap. That used to happen when you'd cross the finish line, and that was it. which is something that I'd completely forgotten about. And then a couple rounds deep into that season is when Beta 17 dropped, and that's when Poboso introduced trying to get the stallions to update 3 times a lap rather than 1 time. And in typical MX Bikes fashion, it was completely broken when it released. So there's a couple of races in there where, as a spectator to my live stream, you would have no idea what position I'm in, because like the positions and timing was all over the place. It could say that I was 58 seconds behind the lead in P2 1 second, and then it would show that I was actually 5 seconds in the lead the next second. Like, it was so chalked. I'm not sure what today's going to bring for me, to be honest. Hangtown was definitely a letdown last week. It was my own fault. I just kept making so many mistakes. If I make mistakes when I feel like I'm going too fast, I get it. But when I have as many crashes as I did last week, when I don't even feel like I'm pushing very hard and the bike just suddenly disappears from me, those are the ones I get quite frustrated by, because I generally don't know how to go about fixing them. But we'll see what Thunder Valley will bring. Does seem like there's some big old ruts around there again. A couple of corners I saw looked quite outside OP. So the right-hander before Hayden Deegan's favourite corner looked very, very rail the outside. And I think it has been in every iteration of Thunder Valley that we've ever had. I think it's just to do with the way the track's laid out. I'm changing the gear up this round. Hell no, I've only got 1 set of gear for this year. This is the only set of gear that I've got. It's the only bike paint that I got. We'll rock it until I eventually get sent something new by BP. Hello, PS. No, I don't ride Candorites anymore. It's far too far away from me. That would be about a 4.5 hour trip. And that track is definitely not worth driving 4.5 hours for. Especially with the way that they prepare it for people that aren't, like, professional, you know, British Championship level. What's the time? What are we looking at? Got just under 8 minutes left until the password for the track comes out. Then we can get our Colorado on. Not sure how I'm going to perform today, you know, being at a higher altitude. No idea. Oh, who's shooting their load? Sneaky Shark just subscribed. Why did I not get the notification for that? That's why. Let me click that button right there. There we go, all updated. Thank you very much, Mr. Sneaky Shock, for the Prime on Twitch. Oh, if anybody has any free Jeff Bezos money, please feel free to use it on myself. Very much appreciated. We'll take as much money back from Amazon as we can do. Thank you, Alex. Oh, very, very close to 3 years.
At Alex.1889 celebrates 35 months of membership. Kissy, kissy, good luck.
Thank you, Liam, as well. I'm afraid I don't have the ability to ride a Yami 125 today, which is usually what your €20 donations are followed by. Thank you. Do I remember Blood Muffins? I feel like we've had a couple of people with Muffin or Muffins in their name at some point. So it's hard to remember all of them. But I'm guessing that was you. Or maybe it was you or a friend. I have no idea. NA stream tonight is Ed not available? Couldn't do it last week because I had to be up really early the next day. But I'm not doing anything tomorrow. So If the offer's there, I'm down to commentate it. 100% down. Thank you very much, Lizard Girls, for the prime as well. Yeah, if Ed's not about, I'll do it. Nothing to do tomorrow except have a big lay-in, edit some more documentary stuff, and then watch the motocross later in the day. Oh, I don't like doing co-commentating with people that I've not spoken to on, or like that kind of personal level with. Far too anxious for that. I had a good time doing it with Narvo for Nations, but that's because I already had like somewhat of a long relationship with Narvo where I'd spoken to him before. Is Lynn's balding? Heavily. Hell yes I am.
MXP 424 became a member.
Oh my god, Weeru, thank you very much for the 10. 10 gifted, thank you very much everybody. Everyone's been very generous today. Appreciate every single one of you. Yes, was not blessed very well in the luscious, long, blonde hair department. Then I'm getting old as well, you know? Like, I am 30. I'm hella unk at this point. Move on with it. I think I'm just going to keep it, like, this length for the foreseeable future. Like, zero maintenance. Dries in one part of a towel. Like, it's... yeah. I'll just leave it as it is. And then I'm more prepared for when I go, like, eventually go completely fully bald, if it's this length all the time anyway. Does mate still play bikes when we used to do progression videos with... Which one exactly? Because I've had a couple of people over the years. I've had Johnny, I've had Fred, and then I've had Charlie. Charlie was like the more recent one. Actually, it doesn't matter, because the answer to all three of them is no. Johnny and Fred is 100% no, and then Charlie plays once every couple of months, pretty much. Thank you, SD. Oh, SD, you're going to be happy. You see yourself for like a total of 2 seconds in the video that I'm working on. If you remember back to 2022, was it Glendale that was the first Triple Crown round? Where you passed me after the whole shot line and then messed up the next rhythm section? You're in the video. You'll be a happy man. I'm pretty sure I also see you off the side of the track on... might be round 2. I think you're just chilling off the side, not playing. There you go. Yeah, 5 Sex of Fame. Yeah, seriously, thank you, everybody. Popping off. That's like the last 4 minutes. Everyone's just been sliding into my DMs. Right. Have I got a notification on Discord? But it's not actually showing that I've got a notification, so why is it flashing at me? No idea. Alright, just under 2 minutes left to go. Just under 2 minutes until the track password releases. He made RR test track. Oh, actually, if I think I know what track that is. If it's the one that I'm thinking of, it kind of munches. Like, it's a fun track. I've done it in public lobbies before. So WT Dad. You sign up through the race just through my MXB. Same as any other race that you'd sign up for. Actually, on one... Let me just quickly double check to make sure I've confirmed, because I've got 1 minute left to make sure that I have done. If you want to sign up for this race, signing up closes in like 1.5 minutes. I'm just going to quickly double check that I've done that. Race list. Scroll.
Go on then, red heart emoji.
Go on then. 1 second. Can't see it just yet. Yeah, I'm all set for the race. Cool, we're all good. Who was it? Mr. Ethan Dean, Cheeky Fiver. That's another man whose name that I've seen multiple times whilst editing this documentary together. Bro has been here from the very, very beginning of the live streams. He was here in 2021, he was there in 2022. Now he's here in the big 2026. Thank you very much, Ethan. Oh, well, thank you, Sauce. Yeah, not bad at all. But, well, I suppose there's two ways. Like, from how am I doing personally, point of view, I'm very well. From an MX Bikes point of view, yeah, the things are a little bit rusty again. I've not touched the game since last round. I mean, I recorded about 2... What did I just hear? Wait, why did that sound... Did that audio just, like... Did that just bug out for anybody else? Thank you very much, Ginge, for the bits. I have no idea what I just heard. That was like the two-stroke noise kind of played, but then didn't play. That was really, really strange. Oh shit, password's out. Why am I still riding around when the passwords come out? Oh god. Yeah, personally, no problem at all. I'm all Gucci. MX Bike's perspective, yeah, I'm a bit rusty right now. I did play. Oh, I got about 2 minutes worth of footage on a couple of outdoors tracks earlier for some like B-roll footage for the video that I'm working on. Other than that, the game has not been touched. What folder do I want this in? 26MX, that's the one. Right. Lakewood, drag, drop. Lots of password copy and paste. Thank you very much, everybody. Makes my life much easier. Enter. Cool. It all works. Let's load the game back up and we'll spin some laps around there. So I go live for any other games or just bikes? It's usually just bikes. I've had 1 or 2 MX Simulator streams, but outside of that, no. Although, this is a good time to ask this question, actually, whilst we got a fair few people in here. Is there any interest in watching me play GTA 6 when it comes out? Either from doing the main campaign of the game or doing online stuff outside of that. Because like GTA 6 is one of them games that is literally going to take the entire gaming community by storm. So I feel like I need to get involved. I have to play on console. Oh shit, yeah, I forgot there was a... Does anyone know the schedule? Isn't it PS5 first? And then Xbox and then PC? I don't own a PS5. I would have to go out of my way to buy a PS5 just to play it GTA 6. Right, I see what we're rocking with here then. From the preview video that I saw, a lot of the corners, like line choice-wise, didn't look too dissimilar from last year's version. So if anybody's been grinding last year's, they'll probably have a pretty good time around it. Let's try this outside then, that looks pretty big. Oh yeah, she's massive. Mostly just for the drag that you get up this hill. Right, no Deegan lines allowed. Guys, there's no posts. I definitely didn't fucking knock them down in the first 2 laps and then plead ignorance saying that there was no post there. That's a very 50-50 decision that I know people will either agree with it or hate it, and I'm a hater. I think anybody cheating should be penalised. But I'm happy that they done it to multiple people, and it wasn't just like, it's just him, because then it takes away the excuse of, oh, everybody's got it out for Deegan. Because it's not true. Because we only have to go back to last year's Iron Man to see that they penalised Jet for not starting correctly after he hit the start gate, that's just as outrageous. So I feel like they're fair enough. I think people just get too emotional with who their favourite riders are and think that they get the harshest treatment. It's like, you've knocked the posts over, you've intentionally gone off the track every single lap, you're a professional rider, you know where the track is, you've ridden this track before, you can see where the dirt goes from like light to dark, you can see where the track is erased from the rest of it. Like, it's just such a shit excuse. Not good getting a big old legs off on my first lap around here though. Gonna have to be wary of that. Looks like there might be a couple of high impact areas around here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're gonna have to lock in a little bit. I agree with you. I agree with you that whilst punishment was deserved, the severity of the punishment was harsh. I understand from like a consistency perspective of why they gave him that much, where it's you get a position docked every time you did it, which is why Prado got 2 positions and Hunter got 1 position. At the same time, there is no world where he gained 7 positions worth of time doing it. So then it's like, how do you go about doing it? Do you just add maybe time on each time? Do you give him like add 7 seconds onto his final race time and then see where he finishes. I got no idea. But at least it was consistent across the board. But yeah, seven positions, like entire positions, is very, very strong. We can take a positive out of it, though. Garrett Marchbanks finished third in Moto 1 because of all the penalties. So, Mr. Marchbanks. Oh my god. I'm calling it now. There are going to be all kinds of legs off jumping down that hill today. Oh, that's a really, really harsh landing. I need to remember, because I was trying to do it around Hangtown, but I have to keep, like, reminding myself over and over again. I need to remember to try and just keep the bike in a taller gear. Because the amount of times that I downshift to second in a turn, and then have to instantly shift up to third anyway, like, it's not needed, I'm just wasting time doing that. And if I'm in third gear already, the suspension will track better. So I should hopefully be getting more grip on the exit of the corner. Corners like this, second's okay, because it's a fairly slow speed corner. Those ruts are disgustingly deep. But for some of the more wide open sweepers, third gear is the move. Hello Ryder, love you as well. Welcome. I am on the Yamaha, yes. I will not be switching setups like this late, or like this close to the race. I'm just going to run exactly what I ran last week, because my speed last week was pretty good. Seems like it's going to be a challenging track to run consistent fast laps on. Qualifying might not be too bad, you know, just getting the one and done in there. But I can see from the way the braking bumps are built, from how deep and narrow some of the ruts are halfway around the lap, you're going to have to be very, very precise. Just going to move around the track a little bit, see what lines I can find. Definitely think the middle of the track where I just went there is better than the far left, because the rollers aren't as steep. Everybody's going to be jumping to this outside here though, because then you just get such a good slingshot up this next hill, and it's all going to filter to the inside here as well, I would imagine. Is there any like sneaky low lines over any of this stuff? I mean, that's not what I meant to do at all. It kind of worked. That outside's very, very railable as well. I don't want to try and stick on top of some of these ruts. You don't want to get too deep inside them. I like how he's made this inside rut like not a trench. But then with that little bit of chop on the exit as well, it makes it so hard to keep that inside being usable. Like, it's so easy for the front end to start tucking over them little braking bumps. What other lines have we got around here as well? Outside's not terrible. You do just come into that corner with a lot of speed. And the last thing you want to do on MX bikes is actually brake over braking bumps, because then your bike just goes all over the place. See outside looking like up here. It's also not too bad. You do jump quite high though. Looks like the far left-hand side of that jump is built up slightly more than the right side was. Just going to move around as much as possible, see if I accidentally find any sneaky lines. Or even just backup lines as well is nice. So in the, like maybe halfway through Moto 2, when the ruts are just fully chalked, trying to move out a rut or so further wide. That inside is very strong. What's this third rut looking like? It's nice actually, because then you can bank off the outside in that corner and then cut across the inside of this next one. Actually, you know what time you have to be in qualifying? You don't. Until qualifying's all finished and all the results are compiled together at the end, you got no idea. You can just try and go as fast as you can in your individual groups. But you could qualify 5th in your group, and then when all the lap times are put together, you could be 41st overall, so then you don't qualify for the race. So you just got to go fast, as fast as you possibly can. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to try and stay away from that tightest inside rut there. Try and go to the second one that then becomes the main inside line. I think you're going to have better success. Also, seeing King in here. That's another name that I saw back when I was watching my 2022 races. And yeah, I think King was asking questions about the game then in 2022, so I think that's when he joined the community. He was asking about like button layout and things like that. So it's actually quite nice seeing people that are now very well known in the community, like seeing where they started from and seeing them popping up in the streams for the first time back then. Yeah, I'll keep second gear. Keep second gear through there anyway. My scrubs are all over the place. I'm just jumping off the side of the track. This layout sucks to build a racetrack on. Well, Brad, it can't be any worse. Actually, should we take a trip down memory lane? Some of you will have no idea what I'm talking about here because you're newer to the scene. Hang on a second. Let me... see if I can find this video. Here we go. It could be worse. You could be Thunder Valley from 3 years ago and have me so annoyed, so annoyed at the end of the race from how the track raced that I made a quick 1 minute 20 video whilst on stream at the end of the race. So there we go. Over the finish line here, you want to go mostly towards the middle line, unless it gets too rough, you can go on the inside. Then you want to go inside in turn number 2, and then inside again, and then inside again, and then inside again, then inside again, and then middle until it gets too deep because you go down into the trenches, and then you can go around the outside. To inside again, to inside again, to first or second rut, usually depending on where you land on this jump, to inside again, to inside again, to inside again, to inside again, to actually a split corner that works well on both ruts, inside or outside. Take your pick, have some joy, have free reign, to inside again, to inside again, to inside again, to so far inside that you don't hit any of the ruts inside, to inside again, then to the inside again, and then not the inside, but over to the far right hand side, which then leads you to the inside again, to the inside again, to do a lap of Thunder Valley. I was fucking fuming. I was so angry at the end of that race with how poorly that track raced. I absolutely hated it. So hopefully the track doesn't race like that one did. To the inside again. I mean, actually thinking about it now, there's a lot of insides. Now we go outside down here. This one's very outside dominant. This corner's always way more difficult than it looks where it's off camber at the same time. Trying to get your front end to go the direction you want it to. Yep. Oh, God. Oh, how did I not get the legs off there? It's going to be very high risk, high reward down that hill, because you can either send it twice and gain a good half a second to a second, or you can check up and play it safe. The reason that I don't think you want to send it every lap is as soon as that back wheel lands on a braking bump a little bit too hard, you're going to get ejected off the bike. You wish we was on them bikes. Oh yeah, I think the bikes are brilliant. The bikes are brilliant, it's just that year's tracks were not. The amount of times on those TFC tracks where it was faster just to flat track on the inside of the corner rather than take any of the ruts that had been built, it was just ridiculous. Ooh, I like that rut. That rut's got the seal of approval. The way that that kind of went from middle and then drifted out wide there. No hooks in it or anything. That was lovely. I'm a big fan. Also, don't mind that outside there. Gives you a better angle as you jump down this hill here. You get to go from right to left rather from left to right. Sounds like this year's SX. You know what? It's not a million miles removed. It's pretty close. I'll try Rotten. I don't want that last little roller before you hit that step up there is... It feels awkward, because it's like you don't want that one to be there with the rhythm that you get in whilst you're doubling previously. Don't feel fast around here though, I feel quite slow. As I completely mess up that off camber uphill again. Let's try like tight inside. We'll do a bit of Sasha Coonan all the way around the outside here every single lap. Oh, stay away from the shark fin. Nice. So second right here. Don't think you would have been able to make it out there on watching the stream, but I just felt my back end kick up as if I'd hit like one of the super like jagged ruts, you know, when you get to the top of it and it pings your bike out of the rut and you just explode and die. I just felt that.
For podium moto finish. Good luck today, Linz.
Excuse me? You've got very high hopes on me, Mr. Holmes. Thank you very much. Is it just one podium finish, or is it an overall podium finish? Yeah, pretty big old 50. Thank you so much. If it's just one podium finish out of both motos, I think I could get that done. It's an overall podium that might be the issue. The controller just feels weird in my hands right now, and I think what it is any... Thank you very much again, Ginge, for the old 10 bits. I have no idea what's going on with that audio for that one. I don't remember doing a different noise, but I appreciate you very much. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, the controller feels weird in my hands because any gaming that I have done this last week has been keyboard and mouse, playing Arc Raiders. So just having a controller in my hands again feels very strange. Let's try like an outside up here, see if it's a long way around. It's a really, really long way around. Hear me out. Hear me out. Before the NA riders set wheels on the track and absolutely perfect it, I see a universe where they are able to send it down this hill, even with the overjump crashing on. They are able to downside one of these bumps, and then they may be able to take off the side of one of these to then pre-jump up and over this wall. That's my bear trap. That's my early call. I don't believe I've come across a single cheater in Arc Raiders, King. But then again, my lobbies are PvE lobbies, where I'm a generally friendly player and don't shoot at other players, like I work with them. So maybe all of the cheaters are in the PvP lobbies rather than the PvE ones I'm in. Oh. Yeah, no idea where I want to go down here. Let's try far outside. I might have to be in line for the 250s to be able to get up and over this triple. Try this middle rut again. Oh, it's so sexy. I don't think I've managed to stop for this tight inside once yet. But that is the move. That sets you up much better. Really opens up this next left-hander down the hill. The chop is doing its job though. It really does stop the bike getting like settled. So you have to fight it to try and get into the rut that you want to. It's so hot in this room already, but I just can't open the door because the little dickhead cat's going to come in and try jumping up on me. So I'm going to have to suffer. Nice. Yeah, I've ridden a handful of times. I haven't been recording any of it, though. Mostly because I've just not been expecting much each time I've gone riding. Like, I don't feel particularly good on a bike at the moment. Try second rut. It's not bad. I'm not a big fan. One thing I noticed, I'm not a big fan of ruts that then lead into other ones, because you have to kind of change your lean angle halfway around the corner, which then upsets the bike, and a lot can go wrong. If you're able to get in a rut where you keep the same lean angle the whole way around, it really allows you to be smooth. But pretty much on this game, the less that you do, the faster you'll go. Like, people override the bikes so much. But the less inputs you can make, the better you'll be, the less you can ask of the bike. Let's try this fourth rut. I've not taken this one yet. That one's also pretty good. Again, nice and smooth. Not really a big fan of that inside there. I'm curious to see how that corner's going to work out in the race. Like, seeing what the fast line's going to be. Oh, yeah, these braking bumps are vicious. Guessing the qualifying servers are up right now. I've still got 7 minutes until the actual timed qualifying starts. Let's switch to the setup that I used at Parlour. It's got a 120 rear tyre rather than a 110 rear tyre that I used at Hangtown. See if this helps me with like turning across the braking bumps at all. Because the 120's got a little bit extra grip, but it gives up straight line speed. I've got a feeling that the back wheel might just be sliding across the top of these braking bumps as I'm trying to get the bike turned into the corner. Feels so slow through here though. I should probably at least try an inside down here, shouldn't I? It's not bad. I think railing the outside could still be faster, but if there's somebody in front of you, for the sake of not following, and if the outside maybe gets really, really eroded away, that inside's alright. Notice that the uphill after it's not as steep as it's been in previous years, so maybe that slingshot that you get from the outside isn't as advantageous. Now, I think everybody is called Unk once they get to the age 25 plus in the MX Bikes community. I can't actually see the corner at the bottom of that hill. It's like the rider's head shaking around so much from the braking bumps. I'm not meaning to scrub this far left because I really don't like the braking bumps into that inside. I'm just getting my scrub timing all wrong. I don't know if this setup feels better or worse than what I was running. The crashes are frustrating, but at the same time, I like that they're happening because it's forcing me to like slow down a little bit more. Oh, it's not all servers are up yet. It's causing me to slow down a little bit more. I'm just gonna have to get the bike stood upright a little bit sooner because I'm still. It's basically so there's braking bumps or acceleration bumps, and the bike's leant over, and you're going uphill. So that front end is getting so light that it just keeps going and like sliding out on me. Whereas if I got the turning done a little bit sooner and then stood the bike upright more, you're probably not going to crash. I'm on the Yamaha 450 at the moment. It's just got a Ducati model swap on it. Gamers, specifically Hucker, you've even got number 38 in your name. So I'm guessing I can see that you are a big old Deegan fan. There is no point being upset over a completely different class of riders. Everybody in that 450 race that cheated, and it is cheating, got penalised respectively for the amount that they cheated. So try and remove emotion from it a little bit. He cheated. In the same way that Prado cheated, in the same way that Hunter cheated, and they all got penalised. I think anybody cheating should be penalised. And the excuse that he gave of there being no stakes is just so stupid, because if you watch the full race back in its entirety, you can see that he was the one that knocked the stakes over riding through them in the opening laps. And if you want to say that the AMA hates Deegan, you may as well then say that the AMA hates Jet, because last year at Ironman, they penalised him, what, like a full lap because he didn't start correctly when he hit the start gate and had to roll backwards and go again. So it works both ways. You know, like they're not out to get one individual rider. And Mike Pelletier isn't getting paid off by the Lawrence brothers saying, oh, by the way, you should penalise Deegan extra. Like, there's a rule book. It's black and white. It is what it is. One thing that I've not seen anybody talking about, by the way, whilst we're talking about penalties, when the first time that Deegan crashed in Moto 1, on the downhill near the finish line, he just accelerated wide open off the side of the track to gain time back, which they're pretty strict about in Supercross, accelerating off the side of the track. Not seen anybody mention that. I don't know if it was Moto 1 or if it was Moto 2, but there is also video evidence of Deegan on lap 1 of whichever motor it was, riding on the far left-hand side of the track here and missing out these rollers. So there's a lot of sneaky stuff that, like, I don't mind it. I don't mind the overall penalty. I'm trying to do it without any emotion in there to any particular rider in general. Like, regardless of who's doing it, you know, they should be penalised for it. I think what we should focus on is not the penalties themselves, but the fact that Garrett Marchbanks went from P6 up to a podium position in Moto 1 because of the penalties. So W Garrett. Love that for him, doing what Chase can't do on the Cowie. really don't know what line I want to take down this hill yet. It's that last little roller as you start to get into them ruts that really upsets the bike. And the bike goes light, so it's hard to get leant over and get glued into the ruts themselves. I kind of want to go all the way over to the outside, but the line that I'm taking in the two corners prior to that, it makes it really difficult to get all the way over to the right-hand side there. Use traction help? No, I wouldn't recommend using traction help. The same as using traction control in real life. Like, as soon as the back wheel goes to spin up a little bit, it pretty much cuts the power for you. So, in video game terms, you're going to be going slower. They're pretty much stopping you from going as fast as the bike will go, because they're making sure that your back wheel doesn't slide at all. I don't know of a single high-level player on this game that uses traction help. What I used to use, actually, let me see if I turned it back on. I used to use brake help, though. Let me see if I've still got brake help on. That just stops me from locking up the wheels too much when I'm braking. Yes, I do. So whilst I feel like I've got quite a good throttle control on my right hand, my left hand, I feel like I've just got a club or a fist, and it's just like the brake is on or off. So I use brake help there. Automatic clutch is just so when you come to a stop, the bike doesn't stall on you. And then the shift help is just allow me so I haven't got to pull the clutch in every time I want to change gear. Kind of pulls the clutch in for you as well. That's even before my time, Reese. I didn't have the game in beta 13. I was a beta 14 MX Bikes enjoyer. Maybe the outside of the bottom of that hill weren't too bad at all. Third gear's too much. Second gear's the way down there. Or up there, I should say. My frames were pretty damn good in practice, and now during the qualifying server, they're dying on me a little bit. That was horrific. So I'm kind of scared to take that inside. I think that's why a lot of corners people... It's like, if you're... Let's say this inside and this outside are the same speed as each other. Would you rather try and cut across really big braking bumps that can upset the bike at any point, every single lap? Or would you rather just go around the nice smooth outside where the chance of crashing is really, really low? From like a consistency basis. So I'm probably just going to try going around the outside there. I do think the inside is quicker, even if it's just by a tenth. But again, for the sake of consistency, which is ideally what I'm trying to go for in these races, probably just going to stick to the outside. Definitely gain and lose a lot of time on those rollers. I was never stopping in time for that inside. I don't even know I managed to get stopped for the second one. I just got a lucky bounce into the rut. Glad that the person in front of me there was taking some different lines, because I just wanted to see how they compare to each other. Oh, 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 shit! Oh! I was so dead. Rest in peace. I'm very well, thank you, Tetfi. Welcome back. I don't think it's impossible. Well, it's impossible to just jump straight from one of the walls to the other, but I think there's a world where you can get like a lucky Poboso bounce and bounce up and over it. I do feel like I'm jumping really high in the air over that turning tabletop. Need to be scrubbing it harder. The further you take off on the right-hand side, the lower you'll stay. It's just trying to get over there. Middle right there's nice. Is there any banking on the outside of turn 1, or is she flat? She's flat. I'm not sure what line I want to take down that hill, gamers. Because I like the outside at the start, but then you make the right-hander at the bottom so tight for yourself, it's really difficult trying to get stopped in time. You could probably do some kind of jumping over the braking bumps, but I just haven't quite worked that out yet with the amount of time we've had on the track. I stayed a lot lower that time, taking off on the right. We should have the time to qualify and start in any second now. We're actually running really late. I should have started 7 minutes ago. That was quite nice. Just cording over all them big braking bumps rather than trying to skim through them. I would like to think... I've got a different setup on. I changed my setup again. What am I doing? Let's go back to this. Let's try this. I would like to think I should be qualifying in at least the top 3 at the very worst in this lobby. Really, the only person I think should be beating me is Harrison. Should I remind you how much I hate uphill off-camber corners in this game? Yeah, 30 minutes qualifying is always the same for outdoors. Both GPs and AMA outdoors. Maggiora is also a really annoying track with some of the uphill off-cambers on there as well. You go inside of the braking bumps. Oh, this is huge news for the unemployed. It's very good to know. Oh, we're way too tight to the inside here. This is going to be slow. Yeah, that was bad. Messing up a lot of ruts here. Still a bank a lap though, it's not the end of the world. I'd think we could take at least 2 seconds off of whatever it is. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to make a conscious effort to get over the front of the bike. Because it seems very, very easily with the braking bumps when the front wheel pops up and then you've got no weight over it. And it'll just slide out. Try and go for some back-to-back steamers. No. Oh. Game froze a little bit on me there. Hello, Sim Racer. No, you won't see him out in front anytime soon in the races, Logdog. Well, not for any prolonged period of time. I've actually led, I think, twice so far this year, but just through the lead-away. Just big chokes. That outside is really difficult to hit wide open. Very precise, and again, because of my lovely old age, my eyes genuinely can't focus on like the corner itself. I can't see to the end of the rut. I just have to hope that I'm turning my sticks enough that I make it around the corner. God damn it. But I 100% believe that the outside in that corner is the fastest way around there. No, that lap wasn't disgusting at all. We can easily get another... Well, I say easily. I should be getting like another 2 seconds off that. I'm getting some really weird game freezes. So I'll be surprised if that lap weren't quicker. 57.3. I am going to throw my early prediction out there with 22 minutes left of qualifying that the fastest 450 qualifying lap will be a 1:55.1. That's my prediction. No reason why I shouldn't have tucked the front there, but we'll take it. Didn't feel like it was a second quicker, but it's pretty good. I'll take back what I said then. 1:54.2. 1:54.2. I mean, it's not like world record or anything, so people have already gone quicker. So, 1:54.2 is my next guess. So I wouldn't say that Thunder Valley's ever a track that I enjoy playing, but I mean, I can't remember what position I got last year, but 2 years ago I had a really, really good one. I just don't think I'm going to go anywhere near that inside. Just with how much the braking bumps are upsetting the bike, there's no need. I didn't open my mouth, and I should have before it happened. But I was thinking, as I was coming down that last hill, I was like, it's going to be very difficult to see the inside rut at the top of the next one, being right behind Danny. And then, wouldn't you know it? Couldn't see the rut. Went over it, crashed. I only read the first 3 words of that message at first, JD, and I was really happy for you, and then I carried on reading, and yeah, not so happy for you anymore. Would you like another really, really bad excuse of why I just crashed? I just heard Linda shout. So I'm guessing she was telling off the cat. I will be surprised, like, let's just say theoretically I make it to the end of this lap and it's my best lap. I'll be surprised if it counts with where I went off the track. Never mind. I've hold your line. That fourth braking bump on that inside is the most vile thing I've ever witnessed in my life. Somebody left and rejoined on a different bike. Oh. It does say that I've got a world record now. Well, that lap time that I ran was world record. It was just really delayed. I mean, it's surprising if it stays that way. It was only 10 minutes into the qualifying. There you go. I had the fastest lap for a couple of minutes. This is also going to be very, very difficult to see the ruts at the top of this next hill. Fuck's sake. What is Blood's name? He's just got like 17 question marks. How's this game not yet got a toggle where I can turn if I want to see people on or off? Because I've got no desire to see people whilst I'm trying to run a qualifying lap. No desire whatsoever. Brad, I don't know if you're still watching right now. This one fucking roller is the bane of my existence. This one roller right here ruins the entirety of this whole straight for me. And I'm on a 450. The 250 boy's got to be struggling. God, is it frustrating. I can't tell you what it is about it. It's just particularly awkward for trying to keep your back wheel down on the ground over it. They're not even big braking bumps. I don't understand why they're just absolutely destroying my bike. Maybe they're just very sharp. Oh, this is a very busy start to a lap. I need to start a lap away from everybody because I can't focus. I actually need people to disappear from me. Only in this qualifying group though, King. It'll be way different when they consolidate everybody back together. I said before this qualifying session started that I see no reason why I shouldn't be like top 2 in this group. The only person I think I'd really be not disappointed if they beat me is HM. Should have downshifted to 3rd. Fuck. It's just these like uphill off cambers, the bike doesn't turn as much as you want it to turn. So trying to get the wheels slotted into that inside rut is really difficult. Thank you very much, Suzuki. It's very warm. Very, very warm. I don't know how people can sit on the game and do hot laps all day, because my god are they stressful. Stop washing out on me. Fucking hell. Kind of skating my way around the track. I doubt he's changed traction at all, but in some places it feels like I'm getting soil traction rather than soft soil. I'm kind of like skating across the top of all the bumps. But it's probably just because I'm trying to go too fast. Those inside ruts are absolutely fucking horrific. I know why he's made them that horrible, because they were that horrible in real life. I think I'm probably just going to go around the outside of them all for the rest of the day. Oh, that would sound like a broken record, but again, I can't fucking see where the rut is because of the slow people in front of me. So how many seconds do I have to start behind somebody at the start of a lap to just have a clear track so I can see? So unsure between 3rd and 4th gear up this hill. No, bike stood itself upright at the wrong time. Didn't lose too much time, but it definitely would have been slower. That's just so slow as well. Maybe I go back to the inside route and just treat it as a slow in and slow out section. I don't think there's a fast out at all, just with the way the rut's built. Kicks you back in no matter what you do. Rip. Why am I in second gear? I thought I was in third. First half of this lap was okay, second half's been really, really slow. Whilst I respect and appreciate everybody trying to talk about suspension, I want to say this in the least big-headed, dickhead way possible. The speed that we are going, we have to have a bit weird setups to be able to actually take the impact off the bumps. Otherwise the bike just explodes. You'll find when I'm going slower in the race, rather than like full sending it for a hot lap, the suspension will handle a lot better than it is now. It's only because I'm going like full on balls to the wall right now that it's all over the place. It's why suspension brands like CBS do a beginner, intermediate, and pro suspension, just because it's different speeds, hit things that, it's different. So it's my back end slid out, hitting a bump. But I understand now I can slide out and wheelie at the same time. It's like I'm a passenger. I think there's some people out there that do run different setups between qualifying and racing. Like they have a qualifying setup and a race setup. I just run the same thing the whole time. And I usually end up having much better races than I do qualifying, so whilst it'll look sketch in quali for the races, it'll be pretty good. What I could do actually for the last minute or so of this, so I just qualified on the one that I used at Parlour. Let me put on the Hangtown one with race fuel and see how that handles any differently. Definitely gonna have to hit that outside slower in the race. Probably, for me, I'll probably be running like 3 seconds a lap slower. Oh no, even still at the first half of race 1. Probably about 3 seconds a lap slower in the race than I am in qualifying. Ah! I'm definitely not struggling and do not need a setup, gamers. If you think what I'm doing right now is struggling, you have not done much MX Bikes competition before. This is just qualifying. Like, if you are trying to push hard enough, you can go and try and set disgustingly fast laps on Forest and crash every half a lap from trying to go so fast. Something's got to give. This is not struggling at all. This is me already having a really, really fast lap time for my standards, and then trying to go even faster on that and trying to beat it. Oh, okay, don't send it that far down that hill on the left-hand side. I think I'll just stick to this. Well, since I had the fastest lap 10 minutes in, I'm hoping that I end up maybe like top 5 combined. It's actually, I say it every time I do it, it's so strange going from having a couple of litres of fuel in the bike for qualifying to then putting the full 9 litres in that I would for the race. The bike just feels so sluggish. I guess we'll never know. Yeah, Yeah, it's hard track to run a really fast lap on, Cam. It's only because of all of the like off cambers whilst hitting braking bumps. Just makes the front wheel go really light. Or am I gonna have to change the gear that I hit the start in because I'm at high altitude? I imagine Cam, I'm going to call in now. There will be multiple people crying about getting legs off in NA later today. But I feel like it's all warranted. Like, you saw how far them boys were sending those two wall jumps in real life. They were scrubbing them and not sending them to flat. So I don't mind that we do have to check up ever so slightly on them to make sure we just don't land in braking bumps and explode off the bike. That hill is the bane of my existence. It's because we're turning, going uphill, going off camber uphill, and hitting all this chop at the same time. Whereas realistically, I even need to start taking this second rut. So you see how you've got all these bumps inside this one. I either need to take the second one, so I haven't got all that, or I need to come further out to here, then get all of my turning done, so I hit this more in a straight line, rather than still being leant over. Bum 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 bum. That's not good when I press refresh on MyMXB and it gives me an error straight away. Time's on up yet. Mr. Sandman. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of crashes on this track, though. I think so. Are you doing EU wire, or are you just in testing, like comparing lap times? Thank you, King. What setup did I actually qualify on in the end? It must have been this MXBO N25 one, because I got 3 litres of fuel in it. Let's carry on running on this. Oh, Rubes, are you excited to see glimpses of yourself in my next video? Even though you have no clue what I'm talking about. Because not many people have any idea what I'm talking about. I'm doing a full documentary on the 2022 Supercross Championship. From the way that it's going so far, I imagine it's going to be well over an hour long. This moment right here, where the back wheel's in the air, the front wheel hits a braking bump and then rebounds, but the back wheel doesn't hit the same bump. So then you go into this just like free fall, where you've got no control over the bike. Because both wheels are off the ground and you're just a passenger. Oh! I hate downhill off cambers. I'm just going to start going to the outside just to fuck off all these braking bumps. Because I have to start turning in there to get the angle to hit the inside rut. But I might just fuck it off and just go around it. Hello, Rodek. We'll send it into the braking bumps. If I checked up just like a bike length more there, I probably could have routed the shit out of that outside. Rather than trying to get checked up and hit the braking bumps to the inside. Interesting. Question. At what age does it become weird to keep calling him Danger Boy instead of Danger Man? Dangerous fellow. Qualified third. I have joined the Sea of Blue Low, which I'm not particularly happy about. Yeah, qualified third, so came with a 55.3, which is slower than I expected it to be. I thought I'd be still the usual 2 seconds plus off. Tyler with a 56 flat, and then me with a 56.1, and then we've pretty much got a second to Neon. This guy's either put in 100 hours for the last 2 weeks for the last few months, or he's sharing his account with somebody else, because we was lapping him in GPs, which was not long ago at all, and now he's qualified 5th. Miles up there, Reed's up there, fastest man in South Africa's up there. Lots of 57s. Hell of a lot of 59s. So 2 flat 0.1 is what you was looking for there. Jake's got a random team name in his name again, no clue who that is. I feel like he changes every other week. But Jake in 22nd. That is not what I expected out of Jake. Interesting. Mains are up already. Oh, damn. Hopefully I'm not getting one guide. No. You were completely honest. Love that. Nice, no mention of staggered races either. W. Ryan. Am I still in second place in the championship? I'm surprised, since I had quite a stinky hangtown, I would say. I think, what did I go? 6-4? Something like that? Or was it the other way around? was like 4-6. It wasn't great. Yeah, I think my goal, if I can do every round of this championship, is top 3. That'd be nice. What am I doing? Oh, there we go. So I knew I was in the menu for some reason, I just couldn't remember what the reason was. Well, the fact that Tyler's only 9 points behind me, and he missed an entire moto is pretty disgusting.
At Cross Ty Irvins became a member. At Cross Ty Irvins celebrates 2 months of membership. How are we going today, Mr. Sir?
When did your membership count reset, Krusty? That's a shame. I swear you was much, much higher than that. Yeah, I'm good. I'm very good, thank you. Oh my god, found a new Deegan line. Oh, we do have a bit of reset delay. Last week's track was difficult for racing because a lot of the lines were not filtering together. This track's also going to be difficult for racing because it's pretty high paced. You got a lot of speed around a lot of the track, so trying to get that extra speed to go past somebody will be difficult to do. Oh, God. A 450 cut-off was a 2-minute 0.1. 250s, I don't know. What are we looking like? We do have everybody in the race. Not everybody synced in though. What's going on, gamers? Server's been up for 6 minutes. Yeah, this will be Moto 1. So I don't know what button on my keyboard I just pressed, but whatever it was a hotkey to start recording, so I'm glad that I saw that now rather than after a 4S. Sim's harder to learn than bikes. Bikes is pretty easy in comparison. Yeah, you probably lagged for a second whilst I was stopping the recording. My bad. Because of this whole legs off thing, you can't do like super weird shit anymore. Like, I mean, I know you can be messing around in the pre-race lobby. Like sometimes now, if you do a backflip too hard, like if you pull back too quickly, your arms will just explode off the bike. If it keeps on freeze framing, it generally might be YouTube now, because usually I get it where OBS will tell me if I've dropped frames, and it hasn't told me that yet, which makes me think it's YouTube's side at the moment, not my side. Give her a cheeky refresh as always, that's all I can suggest. Dog. Thank you very much, Krusty.
Alright, 25 quid for top 3 overall.
So I've got a 50 on the line for just a podium, and then I've got another 25 on the line for a podium overall. Interesting. What I've never understood is why people that don't have a very good qualifying position insist on doing practice starts on the inside gates, which they're never going to be set up on because they've not got a good gate pick. So now my gate choice is just going to shit because everybody's digging her up. I preferred Rux when he had his actual name Rux rather than whoever this R-Web imposter is. Right. I'm scared about running out of fuel for some reason. It's quite a fast track. Here we go. Race. Oh, race number 1. How has this happened? So I've got Cam to my left on gate 4. Somehow Aiden has managed to weasel his way onto gate 2, even though he qualified like 13th. And then Tyler's taken the far inside. I imagine we'll probably jump start, or get someone will jump start so it gets red flagged, but we'll ride it like it's the actual race. That was such a good jump and I ruined it. Troy got the whole shot. I'm brave going outside here. I'm probably about to get hit by a stray bike. Was that I think that was Cam that just went down there. Not my favourite of Stormwind riders trying to get past with Neon and then a Brazilian rider. Troy out in front leading the way. I want to get as far away from that Brazilian guy as possible. Even though I still think he's an imposter because we was lapping him in GPs. Oh, messed up the inside. Make sure I give Troy plenty of room. I don't want to get together with him and ruin our race this early on. Yeah, inside's so much slower. Aiden Deegan be like. Neon's a lot faster than me on that long downhill. Oh, literally, my forehead's fucking dripping. It's so hot in this room. Oh. I crashed on the same time. Oh, okay. I crashed at the same time. Cam made a mistake. I could have had a bigger lead there. What the fuck did I just hit? Must be one of them non-existent Deegan stakes. Fucking thumbs have stopped working again. Track is so difficult. No idea how they're going as fast as they are. Ah! And Tyler's right there as well. Ah! If it's any consolation, if I did end up winning and Cam got second, I would have felt quite bad considering that I actually took Cam down. Like he was literally going to pass me, and I took him down with my bike. So Tyler's got quite a lot of cuts. Just don't understand how they're going like so fast without crashing. I feel like I'm on the limit everywhere. Oh, fuck's sake. It wouldn't just be a little mistake caused by somebody else, would it? It had to be fucking full on off the track, plus cuts, plus 2 seconds. Oh, fuck's sake. My head's gone. I need to show you what my hands look like at the end of this race. They are literally falling off of the controller. It's so fucking hot in this room. But I can't open the door. Because my missus decided she wanted to get a cat, and said cat will instantly go and jump on my lap on my desk. I literally have beads of sweat running down my forehead right now. You can see it. You can see it. You can listen in the face cam. Oh, and yep, face me backwards. Sick. Cool. Gonna put me in gear? Fucking first to fourth in the space of a lap and a half. Track is really, really hard. Oh, Leon's got me on cuts, he hasn't even got to go past. was going to have me on cuts anyway. I had to do something. Oh, fucking hell. I really have no idea what to do to try and bridge that gap of like the 3 seconds a lap faster that I need to go. Because the pace that I was already going, I already felt like I was going to crash every single lap. Got cuts by running into the back of Tyler and going off the side of the track, which caused me to lose to Neon. Yeah, just a shitty result there. It is difficult. Like, the tracks are really, really hard. Like, really, really hard. I don't think the pace was there at all. Because like, if you kept an eye on the like timer to Cam, he was gaining a minimum of 2 seconds a lap. Fourth is pretty bad. If you think about it, like, there's nobody behind me that should be beating me. So like, fourth is not good. Oh, God. It's so fucking annoying that things just snowball like that. And I feel like I get punished sometimes for doing the right thing. Like when Cam and Tyler came past, I thought, hey, let me not follow. Let me move over a rut. And I still get unlucky. And end up having Tyler's bike coming across and hit me off the track. But yeah, as soon as one mistake happened there, more and more and more are going to happen. Like that track's really, really hard. But I do have to wash my hands. What's the temperature? Let's have a look. It's 29 Celsius in this room right now. That's why I'm dripping. I literally could barely hold on to the controller. It was slipping all over the place. But yeah, I'm going to wash my hands, so hopefully they're not as sweaty for the start of the next one. Give me a second. Okay. We have managed. Well, I say we've managed. I've got Linda to trap the cat in the bedroom with her for 45 minutes. So that door is open now. So the air will be going that way. So hopefully it will chill out a little bit. But my god, I can't believe how quickly the room heats up. I don't understand it at all. I'm not in a high enough tax bracket to afford AC, unfortunately. No, the buildings in the UK are built to keep heat in rather than get cool air in. You could go exactly the same way as to why the American house is built out of in cardboard rather than brick in the walls. It's just different countries, different climates, different ways of building the houses. Why are houses in the favelas built out of fucking sheet metal and mud? You know, just different places. I can already I've got the window open outside my room, and I can already feel it going. Yeah, Cam, that wasn't by choice in that corner. I don't know if my handlebar hit the ground on the inside or something, but it felt like I hit a collision, and it just fully spun my bike around, and I couldn't do anything about it. No, to be fair, that there hasn't been any sheet metal enjoyers that have beaten me recently. Trying to compete for, well, I mean, hopefully I'm going to be commentating and not competing for it. But if I was going to try and compete for a Great Britain 450 spot, it's going to be hard because the top 4 in 450s in EU just then were all from Great Britain. Oh, my lines are pretty shit though. I need to start going outside here before the finish line. Not sure what to do before the rollers because the outside's getting quite difficult. And then on the long downhill, my line is also pretty arse, I think. I was losing a lot of time to him. Rex is USA. So maybe we go in this line. And then we try and go to the inside there, which then I suppose opens up this corner a little bit nicer. That might be the play. But pace-wise, I don't think I can really go any faster than I was. So it's got to be one of them days where you just have to accept the L and be like, okay, I'm like 3rd or 4th best on the day. Because if I ended up winning that race, there still would have been an asterisk on it. Because Cam got a bad start, he got taken out by me, by mistake, and every time he'd catch up to me again, something would happen. The braking bumps on this track are strange. Because they don't... Well, 1 or 2 of them are disgustingly big, but for the most part, they don't look huge. But I think they're quite squared off. And the way that the track goes, like these bumps here, they don't look big at all. But you get into them and the bike dances all over the place. And this one's evil. Like this one's like really brutal for some reason. But I think it's the way the track's off camber in a lot of places. Because I think if you was going through these braking bumps in a straight line, there'd be no issue at all. But because you're always just slightly turning a little bit, that's where the bike starts sliding out from underneath you and you start ice skating around on top of them. Short left before the downhill section. I go outside on the short left before the downhill section. Are you on about the one all the way over the back right from where I was just there?
Lindsem holding it wide open, taking the same lines, but I'm still 3 seconds a lap slower even on stock tracks. Any pro tips?
Not a pro tip as such, but if you're 3 seconds slower, even on a stock track, I promise you're not wide open. There's a lot of moving parts to like GP and MX tracks, but when it comes to stock tracks, just try opening up the corners more. Like, ride the tracks as if you're driving a Formula 1 car. So outside, inside, outside, inside, just carrying as much corner speed as possible. And then the only other thing outside of that really is just trying to stay as low as possible off of all the jumps. When I went off the track after the whole shot line, I just fully blacked out. I missed my turn and in point. I think it's a 10-minute break that we have in between the... Do you want to know what's scary is I haven't realised until just now that these are completely AI generated. These aren't real people. I thought they were just stock images of real people that they've put. Like, from a distance, they look real. But when you get up it like that, looks like that's made out of wax. Like, some of it's uncanny valley when you get up close to it. That is disgusting. Well, that's horrific. That might be the worst one. No, I don't even think they are just real people with bad quality textures. I feel like they are fake. Just with the way the shading is on their faces. Like, it's too perfect. That one looks a little bit more realistic. But this dude looks... you can feel like you could just put him into The Sims and he'd be alright. He wouldn't look out of place. Best way of describing it, they look like members of a crowd you'd see in a PGA game. Where at a distance it all looks good, and then you get up close and it's not quite right. I love how people are just straight up ripping laps in between races. You've just done 30 plus 2, Callum. You haven't got to go and do more straight away. Why is fucking... Oh my god. The chances of this race starting before Dorian gets synced in again, and then them having to red flag it and restart it, is very high. Why? Where did Reed finish in that race? Because during the week he said that he's going to win, he's going to beat me, like he does every single week. Last 2 weeks he's been busy. But now he's here this week and I didn't see him the entire race. Early race tomorrow. Is it a different Is the racing at a different time tomorrow? Because I know that Thunder Valley was an hour earlier than Parlour and Hangtown was. Is it the same time as Thunder Valley was, or is it different still? Because qualifying for me usually starts at 6 PM, and I got home from riding for the day. Go onto my PC at 5:30, and I see that I have already missed like 4:50 qualifying. Because it started at 5 PM for me rather than 6 PM. Hello, Wish. If you can relate it to what time it usually is, so regardless of what the time zone is, compare it to last week. Is it same time as last week, an hour earlier, an hour after? Just so I can do the conversion myself. Alright. Perfect time for me to start needing a Wii. But race 2. Things I would rather come from dead last and finish 4th than lead for 28 minutes and then finish 4th. Like, that's such a kick in the bollocks. Back to 6 PM for us again. Okay. So an hour later than it was last week. Waiting for Dorian. Imagine my shock! Because people were leaving and rejoining lobbies. Just sit and chill. I had a really good jump last race, and then I completely forgot the fact that we are going uphill. And I leant back too early and almost looped myself out. This might get red flags. Might get red flagged, might not, we'll see. Cam is not going to be happy with Leon at all. He just moaned at him for turning in onto the inside gates, and he's done exactly the same thing this time as well. Praise the Lord. I just said Cam's not happy with Neon confirmed, and then straight away Cam says, Neon, you're not real. Should I start in 3rd gear rather than 2nd? I knew as soon as we got up to that first corner that Cam was going to be unhappy with Neon. Cam's whole thing so far this year has just been, for whatever reason, Neon keeps moving over on Cam halfway up the start straight. And he's done it exactly the same thing there again. Bum, 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 bum.
Is a 2.13 a good lap time for this track on the 250?
Thank you very much, Dos. I actually have no idea. I know it's not the answer that you're after, but yeah, me and 250 lap times, I'm absolutely clueless these days. Completely clueless. Has Troy been practicing at altitude? Has he been putting in the work midweek when nobody else is able to fly out to Colorado and put in the training and the testing? Oh, apparently someone left and rejoined on a different bike. Thank you, Grassy. I bet you was happy that I lost by less than a tenth of a second there. Your £25 was safe. Was it Lorenzo that left and joined on a different bike? I've got no idea what's going on. But, like, I don't understand the state of competition on this game at the moment, and I think it is just because of the region lock where people can only do one series. I don't see how we're in a universe where the player base is the biggest it's ever been, yet we've got people qualifying for pro races that don't know about a rule and a bug that has been in the game for the last 2 years, that you can't leave and rejoin on a different bike or it fucks everything up. I don't understand it. Like, how are we at this point? Whereas maybe if region lock wasn't a thing and you even had like 10 people maybe that do NA also do an EU, that'd be 25th to 35th place bumped out that might not know all the rules and then have better racing because of it. I'll try third gear this time, see how it goes. It's uphill, so it's probably going to go horrendous. Yeah, just bogging too much. Ah! Oh my god. I have no idea how I didn't go down. What the fuck has just hit me? There's no way the netcode can be that bad that Reed's just ridden straight through me, right? No shot. That wasn't a crash. That was genuine collision. My bike got picked up and span around. He was like 3 bike whips away from me. Oh, God. This race is going to go from bad to worse. I don't want to be Mr. Negative already, but I can just tell. Oh, how does he make the game actually worse with every single update that he releases? I swear the patch notes were improving collisions online, and now I can get hit from 5 feet away by somebody that's nowhere near me. Oh, mid-bum, but right. 28 minutes. Let's see what we can do. Fuck. Okay, starting from the time that I get up again. And face the wrong way, of course. Starting now, 28 minutes. Dead last. Absolutely... no, there's one person behind me. Why couldn't you do that in the first race, Leon, rather than sitting in my podium, you little fuck? Let's keep her going. Why does the bike start fucking kicking out randomly? Just never understand how I can have such a fucking perfect, like, 10 laps in a row. And then it just goes to shit again. No, this fucking suspension just stops working. It's actually ridiculous. Oh. Yeah, the chance of me getting P3 now is just slim to none. What's even more triggering is all them laps where I felt like I was on absolute rails and physically could not go any faster than I was. Tyler was still going at least a second lap faster. I was watching the time. And it's just like, what do I have to do? I think every single Moto 2 so far this year I've been fucked in one way or another. Whether it's getting punted in turn 2 or Boboso's dog shit netcode deciding that, no, I don't deserve the start I've got, let me just put him down to the ground. Yeah, and if we didn't have ruts that we could hit absolutely third gear width, I might have actually have time to process the information that's coming at me and realise, he's sideways there across the rut. Let me check up. I've been watching too much of my 2022 races when the gameplay was slower and more precise, so it's got me yearning. yearning for beta 17. This moto does feel very, very similar to how Hangtown Moto 2 went for me last week, though, where it felt like the pace was really, really good. And it's just any time I'd make good progress, I'd mess up. Running out of time, I think P5's really only as far as I could expect to get. Which will still have... oh no, I wouldn't. I was going to say I'd have me third overall, but Troy would beat me. I'd be fourth overall. I did see him that time. I was just committed to it because there's no way of getting out of that rut. Like, it's so deep. That one was just hold on to the trigger and pray. And it worked. Got lucky. This is depressing that I'm going to run out of time. I've gained like 5 seconds on the pair of them in front of me this last lap. Oh, fuck me in the arse. I actually detest racing on this game with a passion. It's so frustrating. Always, 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 always the bridesmaid and never the bride. I am also going to throw sus to the guy that's in P5, by the way. The guy was getting lapped in GPs, and now all of a sudden he comes out, qualifies like 5th, and he's barking up the front in both of the races, and has impeccable English in game chat as well. But it's meant to be Brazilian. The week after that, people get banned for using alternative accounts. Just stay up on the bike. Oh. Ah. The thing that actually blows my mind about these races, which is what makes them so frustrating, is there are still people on the track going faster than me and crashing less. I don't get it. Is the race done or is there another lap? Because I just got the finish flag, but people are still riding. Oh, Davey's here. Where is everybody? Yeah, whoever's in front of me just stopped as well. Yeah, I think we're done. No idea. Yeah, see, he knows. He knows. Again, never seen him on the track before. No idea. He knows. I reckon there's some suspicious activity going on there again. Yeah, two pretty shit rounds back to back, unfortunately. So I had a really good parlour, and then a stinky Hangtown and a stinky Thunder Valley. I just can't wait. Okay, no, I was about to say, was there only like 15 people that finished then, but realising a lot of people were leaving after the race was done. Yeah, that was incredibly frustrating. Incredibly frustrating, and it doesn't really matter how much pace I have if I can't keep it up on two wheels. Kind of like Deegan in Moto 1 as well. You know, all over the back of Jet, but then crashed twice trying to run his pace. Trying to work my way back up from 30th or whatever. But I know I like to complain a lot. That crash on lap 1, when nobody touched me, was outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. In fact, I want to go and watch it back before the stream ends. I need Reed to go back to his mud hut or whatever he's playing out of, because bro reached up and touched me without consent from like 10 feet away. Here we go. If I put the sound on, do I hear anyone to the left of me? I have no idea how I didn't go to. He's just not near me. Oh my god. I have no idea how I didn't go to. Look how far away he is. That's ridiculous. I can't believe what I've just... Hang on, the stream might lag for a second. I'm just going to record that so I can put that in ARL chat. That is outrageous. Oh my god. I have no idea how I didn't go to... What the fuck has just hit me? There's no way the netcode can be that bad. Right. Yeah, sorry about that. The stream probably just absolutely pooed itself. That's what I mean. Like, something seems to happen to me in Moto 2s of each of these rounds. I don't know what it is, but my god, it's nuts. But as always, thank you everybody for watching. Some people will like enjoy seeing me get a little bit too into the game and complain a lot. Some people absolutely hate it. Whichever side of the fence that you're on, just know that it's only in the moment, in the racing. Like, I'm a competitive person. I like having a little moan when it's not going well. To be fair, I still moan when it's going right as well. But as soon as the stream ends, I'm kind of done over it until next week. The next video from me, you're probably looking at Tuesday or Wednesday, because the video that I'm working on is going to be well over an hour long, I believe. It's going to be like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. We'll see.
Cheers.
Thank you very much, Mr. Anonymous. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's going to be like a full documentary style video, so a lot of work's going into it. I worked on it from 8:30 AM until 6:30 PM today. So what's that? That's 10 hours straight, and I'm about a quarter of the way through of doing it. So hopefully it will be worth it, and I hope you enjoy it. One of them videos just to chuck up on your other monitor whilst you play something else. Just have it on in the background, listening to it. Yeah, thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your night. There's a chance I go live again in 2.5 hours from now if NA need a streamer. If so, cool. I'll sit there and commentate, happy to fill in if need be. If not, then if you are racing NA, then I hope you have a better night than I did, of course. So I will see you all next week at the very latest, but most likely Tuesday or Wednesday.